Awaken Wellness Resources is a corporation and company that works with stress reduction for corporations, universities, community settings, and not just stress reduction, but also leadership training, wellness training, training for compassion, self-compassion, and really it's to bring out the best version of ourselves. And I work with companies, Hasbro is one of my contracts,
Right.
Harvard Business School, Harvard undergraduate, St. Anselm's, Bentley and Brandeis, Aetna, Analog Devices, and we could go on, but you can check out the website. 20 years ago, I started to meditate for stress reduction. And
For
I
yourself?
For myself. Just out of college, going into graduate school, and I came in contact with this gentleman whose name is John Kabat-Zinn. And I went to his class, and he founded the program of the mindfulness-based stress reduction program at UMass Medical School. And at that time, it was really small. No one knew much about it. But it was something that was interesting to me. If you fast forward, while my children were little and growing up, I was involved in more of a faith-based training where I would teach in Catholic settings for women, teens, and that sort of thing. But what happened was I went off to divinity school back about 12 years ago and changed my notions and actually became a Unitarian. Long story there too.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, there's a story. But at the end of that journey, when I finished divinity school, and the professor said, "What is it you want to do with this degree?" Which was a master's in comparative contemplative practices.
Wow.
Which simply...
What a life change you went through.
Yeah, certainly. And really what it came down to was, how do all of these traditions, these faith-based traditions, and not just traditional faith-based traditions, but all of them, how do they practice getting focused, getting still, getting to the heart of the matter? And how do they do that in terms of their language, their faith language, their sacred language? So she said, "Okay, what is all that going to do for you?" I said, "I want to teach practical spirituality, but I don't really know how that looks yet." You hear the word spirituality, you hear the word religion, and all of a sudden a whole bunch of bells and whistles may go off for you. And a lot of them aren't so pleasant. We have childhood feelings and thoughts about that. And so in terms of practicality, we all have a spiritual dimension. And in order for us to be able to access it in a way that everybody can hear, I wanted to remove some of that sacred language, the language that made people say, "Oh, I don't want that. That's not for me," but actually make it accessible to everyone.